Alright, hi, this is Allie from the Perception Trainers, author of the Perception Diet, and I am here today to talk to you about purpose. So the first thing that I want to say about purpose is I'm talking about life purpose, like you fulfilling your life purpose. I've noticed that there are a lot of people nowadays who are wanting to live a life of purpose, who are struggling to find their life purpose, who feel like they don't know what their life purpose is or how to find it, or they feel like maybe they found it but they don't know if they're really doing it or whatever. So in this video I want to give you a really simple, clean way of basically connecting with what your life purpose is and how to actually live out your life purpose. So before we start, I just want to say that I think we have to take a minute just to acknowledge how cool it is that we live in a time when we can even care about our life purpose. For many generations before us, people were struggling just to make ends meet, and it was really simply about finding a way to make money so that you could live. And I think that it's really cool that nowadays we can actually care about our life purpose. We can actually take the time to figure out what it is that we want to do and we feel like we're here to do. So I think it's really important just to acknowledge that we're really privileged to even be able to have conversations about our life purpose and try and figure out what it is. And so that's, I think, a really cool thing to start off. Okay, so about life purpose. Number one thing is, what is life purpose? How do you know when you're living your life purpose? So purpose is that thing that you are here to do. So every single person, I believe, comes to Earth with a life purpose, right? With something that they are designed to do, that they are aligned with to do. And so for some people that's like to have children. Some women know they're meant to be mothers, and that is their life purpose. Other people, like Oprah, she's gonna, have a network, and she's gonna buy people cars and interview people, and that's her life purpose, right? So we each come to Earth with our own little, or big, by earthly standards, thing that we're meant to do here, right? And so many people say you know that you're on alignment with your life purpose because it's the thing that lights you up. And so what I would say is, you know you're on your life purpose based on, yes, that's true, that it's the thing that lights you up, the thing that you're excited about, but it's because your emotions are your internal guidance system. So that is a fundamental thing you need to understand first before you can even know how to step into your life purpose. It's that your emotions, all your negative emotions and all your positive emotions, are all simply there as guideposts. So your negative emotions, so if you feel like that low-level anxiety, depression, fear, rage, anger, or high level of any of those things on a normal basis, that's basically your internal guidance system letting you know that things are not in alignment in your life. And it's not to say that that's even wrong or bad in any way. We have to experience contrast. We have to experience those things that are out of alignment with us sometimes in order for us to totally understand what is in alignment with us. So just to have a basic understanding that those negative emotions are not something to be pushed away, they're not something to be ignored, it's to understand that they're there to guide you just as much as your positive emotions. So when you feel joy, when you feel excitement, when you feel on fire, when you feel alive, that's how you know that you are living in alignment with yourself. That's how you know that you're living your life purpose, okay? So, purpose, thing you're meant to do, how you know you're on purpose, when it feels good, when you feel excited, when you feel like you're on fire. Okay, so how do you get to a place where you start to align and understand where your life purpose is? Step number one is to understand your value. Now, what does that have to do with life purpose? Everything. In our society, it has everything to do with it. Okay, because we are a society that is built upon doing. We value doing, right? We value what you do. We value what you produce. We value what you have to offer to the world. So in our Western culture, we have made it so that we believe that what it is that we do, what we produce, is our value. And that has got us really messed up in the brain, and that has actually inhibited so many people from finding their life purpose. So the first thing you have to do if you want to find your life purpose and you want to get on your life purpose is you need to understand your value. And the truth about your value is this: you are inherently valuable. You do not have to do anything, you do not have to say anything, you do not have to produce anything at all, ever, in order to be valuable. Okay? So in order to deserve absolutely everything you want, all the money you want, all the love you want, all the support you want, all the amazing experiences you want, everything you desire to have, you do not have to do anything to earn that. Okay? You do not have to earn your spot on this earth. You do not have to earn your worth. This is the truth about you. Okay? So if you want to stop watching this video right now, good. Like, go and live your life understanding that you're valuable. And the reason that this is so important for your life purpose is because if you have tied in your value into your purpose, you're never going to ever hit upon what your actual life purpose is, or you're going to do it and it's going to come through really weird because you're going to be so attached to the results, and you're going to be really attached to what other people think of it, and you're going to be really attached to all of these things and what it means about you, and that's going to skew it. So before you even start working on trying to find what your life purpose is, I want you to go away and sit with the idea that you don't have to do anything to earn your value. You don't have to do anything to earn your worthiness. You don't have to do anything to be deserving of everything you want. If you literally sat on the couch, smoked cigarettes and drank beer and yelled at people for the rest of your life, you would be equally deserving of everything you want as if you were Mother Teresa. Okay? So I want you to go away with that first. Sit with that. Say that to yourself. I am inherently worthy of absolutely everything that I desire right now. And whatever comes up for you that says, yeah, but what about this? Yeah, but what about that? Yeah, but what about this thing that I'm not good enough at? What about that? Blah, blah. That's where you need to send yourself love. That's where you need to start sending yourself those, yeah, but that doesn't earn my value. That doesn't earn my place. My place is earned. My value is set. It's at a gabillion. Okay? So that's your number one step, is to understand your value. Step number 2, like we said at the beginning of the video, start to follow those amazing blissful feelings. So what we were saying is, you know, most people say your purpose is that thing that lights you up. It's that thing that makes you feel excited. It's that thing that makes you feel like you want to jump out of bed in the morning and go do it. And for so many of us, we've gotten so far away from that, so far off of what our actual life purpose is, that we may not even know what those things are. We might not even be able to think of the thing that makes us excited right now. And so if that's you, step number 1, go start to reevaluate your value. Go start to reevaluate what you believe about yourself and how you believe that you deserve to walk on this earth. And then step number 2 is just to start to think of what would be the next most best exciting thing that I could do right now. So if that's like go make a piece of toast and put almond butter on it and eat it, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay? Because it's a practice to start following those good feelings. Because most of us have trained ourselves, because we tied our value in with what we do, to continue to suffer, to do all these things we don't actually want to do because we think that they make us valuable. We think that they make us worthy. So we followed all these negative emotions into this like pit of, now we're just low-level anxiety, low-level depression. We have no idea what we're supposed to be doing because our value is so tied in to our purpose, okay? So as you start to untie that, you're going to notice that you're going to get little signs and symptoms of excitement and joy and passion and bliss, and they might just be fleeting and they might just be about little things. But as you start to understand that your value doesn't have anything to do with what you do, you're going to be freed up to start to follow some of those little passions and that next most exciting thing. So what I'm saying is you might not wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, my purpose is to perform on Broadway, right? You might wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, the next most exciting thing I can do is I'm just going to go look up dance classes in my area. And that's the most exciting thing you can think of to do that day. And then you're going to do that, and then you're just going to rest. Or you're just going to follow the next most exciting thing. Or you're going to go back to your normal life. And the thing about that is that your internal guidance system is going to lead you and guide you exactly on the path you need to take to go where you need to go. So it might not make sense, and it might not look like it's going anywhere, But if you just follow those little bits of bliss, those little bits of excitement, whatever it is in your heart that makes you feel excited right now, if you start doing that on a daily basis, like make that a daily practice, that even if you just do it one time a day, what would be the most exciting thing that I could do right now? I have 15 minutes, I'm going to do the most exciting thing only. And if you start to do that, you start to practice that, you start to align yourself on your life purpose path. So, and honestly, sometimes it's going to be go clean the bathroom. Sometimes it's going to be go, balance your checkbook. Because the thing is, the whole divine plan, the whole plan is set, right? And everything is going to get taken care of. And if you follow your bliss and you follow what it is that is the next most exciting thing for you, understanding that your value has nothing to do with what you do, all the pieces of the puzzle are going to come together. And everything that needs to get taken care of is going to get taken care of. And you just need to trust yourself and trust that you do know what you're here to do and how to get there. Okay? So, to recap, your emotions are your guideposts. And I'm going to make a whole other video on this because I still think that so many of us struggle with our negative emotions, and we think that there's something we either need to process or get away from, or all these kind of weird things. We're very uncomfortable with our negative, uncomfortable emotions. And I think that we are doing ourselves a disservice by not properly understanding and filtering what those emotions are there to teach us. So I'm going to do a whole nother video on that. But number one thing is just to understand that your emotions are guides. They're not good or bad. They're guides. They're helpful tools for you. Step number two is to understand that your value has nothing to do with what you do. Okay? And we do this as babies. We don't expect babies to do anything. They're absolutely helpless. Babies can't do anything for themselves, and we absolutely value them. We find them to be precious. So why is it that as soon as they can start doing things for themselves, their value all of a sudden totally diminishes to just what they can produce? Right? That's something we made up. It's not real. So your value, inherent. And so if you find that there's any part of yourself that resists that, go sit in meditation, go sit somewhere quietly and send yourself love in those spaces you feel like you don't deserve love. And this is not to say that you're not meant to grow and change and become better as you live your life. That's going to happen, right? You're going to go on your process. You're going to learn. You're going to grow. You're going to become all these things. But that doesn't change your worth. And that's not why you grow. You don't grow to become more valuable. You grow to have more experiences. You grow to edify yourself. You grow to express more of who you are. Okay? So that's value. And then step number 2 or 3 is to start following those good feelings. Is to just start doing the next most exciting thing that you can think of. And to make that a practice that you're going to start doing that every day because you value yourself enough to give yourself space to do what you want to do. And so that is my little blurb, my little spiel on how to find your life purpose. And if you have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to add or think is silly or whatever, comment, I guess, down below in YouTube. And I've put links down there to everywhere else you can find me if you want to read some of the things that I write or read my book or anything like that. And yeah, I'm excited to come talk to you guys again about emotions next time. And until then,